Leviticus chapter 7, verses 1 to 38. I am reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible. Verse 1. This is the ritual of the guilt offering. It is most holy. Verse 2. At the spot where the burnt offering is slaughtered, this shall slaughter the guilt offering, and its blood shall be dashed against all sides of the altar. Verse 3. All its fat shall be offered, the broad tail, the fat that covers the entrails. Verse 4. The two kidneys with the fat that is on them at the loins, and the appendage of the liver, which shall be removed with the kidneys. Verse 3. The priest shall turn them into smoke on the altar as an offering by fire to the Lord, and it is a guilt offering. Verse 6. Every male among the priests shall eat of it. It shall be eaten in a holy place. It is most holy. Verse 7. The guilt offering is like the sin offering. There is the same ritual for them. The priest who makes atonement with it shall have it. Verse 8. So too the priest who offers anyone's burnt offering shall keep the skin of the burnt offering that he has offered. Verse 9. And every grain offering that he has offered. Verse 9. And every grain offering baked in the oven, and all that is prepared in a pan or on a griddle shall belong to the priest who offers it. Verse 10. But every other grain offering mixed with oil or dry shall belong to the sons of Aaron equally. Verse 11. This is the ritual of the sacrifice of the offering of well-being that one may offer to the Lord. Verse 12. If you offer it for thanksgiving, you shall offer with a thank offering unleavened cake mixed with oil, unleavened wafers spread with oil, and cakes of choice flour well soaked in oil. Verse 13. With your thanksgiving sacrifice of well-being, you shall bring your offering with cakes of leavened bread. Verse 14. From this you shall offer one cake from each offering as a gift to the Lord, and it shall belong to the priest who dashes the blood of the offering of well-being. Verse 15. And the flesh of your thanksgiving sacrifice of well-being shall be eaten on the way it is offered with you, shall not leave any of it until morning. Verse 16. But if the sacrifice you offer is a votive offering or a free will offering, it shall be eaten on the day that you offer your sacrifice, and what is left of it shall be eaten the next day. Verse 17. But what is left of the flesh of the sacrifice shall be burned up on the third day. Verse 18. If any of the flesh of your sacrifice of well-being is eaten on the third day, it shall not be acceptable, nor shall it be credited to the one who offers it. It shall be an abomination, and the one who eats of it shall incur guilt. Verse 19. Flesh that touches any unclean thing shall not be eaten, it shall be burned up. As for other flesh, all who are clean may eat such flesh. Verse 20. But those who eat flesh from the Lord's sacrifice of well-being will in a state of uncleanness shall be cut off from their kin. Verse 21. When any one of you touches any clean thing, human uncleanness or the unclean animal or any unclean creature, and then eats flesh from in Lord's sacrifice of well-being, you shall be cut off from your kin. Verse 22. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, verse 23, speak to the people of Israel, saying, you shall eat no fat of ox or sheep or goat. Verse 24. The fat of the animal, the dead or was torn by wild animals may be put to any other use, but you must not eat it. Verse 25. If any one of you eats the fat from an animal of which an offering by fire may be made to the Lord, you who eat it shall be cut off from your kin. Verse 26. You must not eat any blood, whatever, either of bird or of animal in any of your settlements. Verse 27. Any one of you who eats any blood shall be cut off from your kin. Verse 28. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, verse 29. Speak to the people of Israel, saying, any one of you who would offer to the Lord your sacrifice of a well-being must yourself bring to the Lord your offering from your sacrifice of well-being. Verse 30, your own hands shall bring the Lord's offering by fire. You shall bring the fat with the breast, so that the breast may be raised as an elevation offering before the Lord. Verse 31, the priest shall turn the fat into smoke on the altar, but the breast shall belong to Aaron and his sons. Verse 32, and the right thigh from your sacrifices of well-being you shall give to the priest as an offering. Verse 33, and one among the sons of Aaron who offers the blood and fat of the offering of well-being shall have the right thigh for a portion. Verse 34, but for I have taken the breast of the elevation offering and the thigh that is offered from the people of Israel from their sacrifices of well-being, and have given them to Aaron the priest, and so to his sons as a perpetual due from the people of Israel. Verse 35, this is the portion allotted to Aaron and to his sons from offerings made by fire to the Lord, once they have been brought forward to serve the Lord as priests. Verse 36, this the Lord commanded to be given them when he anointed them as a perpetual due from the people of Israel throughout their generation. Verse 37, this is the ritual of the burnt offering, the grain offering, the sin offering, the guilt offering, the offering of ordination, and the sacrifice of well-being. Verse 38, which the Lord commanded Moses on Mount Sinai when he commanded the people of Israel to bring their offerings to the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai. I am reading from